Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirits. Welcome home. This reading today is inspired by the coming full moon. We are going to have a full moon in Cancer on the 3rd of January 2026. This is a timeless reading, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on a specific subject, a specific situation in your life, and I'm going to explore it in depth. So I want to see what is below and what is behind, what is hidden. And this is the energy of the moon. So we are going to expand that situation so that we can see the details and see what is unseen yet. So pile number 1, we have Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Pisces. Your card is this moon card, and the keyword is past lives. Okay, so for pile number 2, we have Aquarius, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Cancer. Your card is this moon card, represented by Diana. Okay, so for the 3rd pile, we have Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, and Scorpio. And this is your moon card. Okay, so I'll give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the cards, the zodiac signs, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1. This is your moon card, and this moon card is very unusual, as is all of this Osho Tarot, Osho Zen Tarot deck. So I was drawn to the moon here, the crescent moon. I believe that this is the waxing crescent. It's almost like it's almost invisible, and the position of it is very unusual, and it's like it doesn't really serve the drawing itself. It's not very expressive. So I feel like this is something that is not a part of your life anymore, but like what is seen. So it's something that might be influencing you only in the hidden aspects of the situation. So I believe this is something that's not obvious to you at all. So only the darker aspects or the hidden aspects of a specific situation, something that might be a distant memory now, only the hidden tentacles, let's say, of it are still attached. What was visible to you, I feel like you have dealt with already. So maybe you think you've overcome something, but in a deeper dimension, there's still something to transform, to be seen. Also, it's like something will happen after you see it. It will change. I am also drawn to the hands because I never realized that those were hands. They're so subtle. These blue hands here. Something about holding something in your hands, maybe? Okay, so let's see. What is this situation and why is it still attached to you? And what you should do about it. Okay, that's it. I think I'm going to get all the oracle cards. Okay. All of these first. So, what does the moon have to say to pile number 1? 22nd moon mansion with the wedding. Fourth moon mansion with stone. And the second moon mansion with musician. Right. This is the last quarter moon, decreasing in water, fall sage with manipulation. And you also have the last, so it's last quarter moon 2 times. Sorry for the noise. And decreasing in fire, fall stage, and the keyword is opposition. So I feel like something is secretly opposing you. So it's or someone is secretly opposing you. Short illness. Sorry. Why is the focus not working? Okay. Short illness. A change. And good gentleman. So I feel like you're going to find out something about a person in your life who is possibly resisting something that you're doing and you're not aware of their opinion. And you're going to, as long as you're aware of this, so from the moment that you decide to investigate this into your life, investigate who is or what is creating this resistance. And when you see it, you will change your position and you will search for someone else to help you with a specific matter. I feel like this is going to be very quick because you have short illness. So this person, once you change your mind about who is going to support you with something or to help you with something or to participate in what you're doing, things will change very quickly because you're stuck with someone who is secretly opposing what you're doing. I feel like you're kind of used to this person. You're used to this person. You're kind of you have conformed to a norm. There's some kind of conformity. Like, I think that this person abides to the same rules. They're like rule abiding, and you have a kind of an agreement. So you have an agreement that things should happen in a certain way. But I think that it's better if you change this. If you change the situation, you change the person and you change the situation. This is what I'm seeing here. And it's something that seems very mundane and simple, but I think that this is bothering you. Like in the back, it's like it's background noise. Wow. You feel the need to defend yourself all the time. It's very tiring. You shouldn't need to defend yourself in this situation. It should be easier. You should have access to certain resources that this person is possibly gatekeeping from you. Is there anything more for pile number 1? Okay, so first card out is Defense, Mars in Taurus, Mars in Libra with Choice, Mercury in Leo with Drama, Jupiter in Cancer with Speculation, and Sun in Pisces with Vision. Right. Maybe we can fit all the cards here. You have to try someone new. Like, you have to try to collaborate with someone else. You have to find a new partner for whatever this is. This specific situation in your life has to do with rules. It has to do with following certain rules. I feel like it's about contracts. It's about agreements, written documents too, because of the stone here. It's about something that happens regularly. This can be about your job or a job. It's like payments are regular. You have regular things that you have to do. Like, there's a routine, there are rules. And I think that you need to find something like a different path related to this, or just another energy, another opinion. I don't see, what's interesting here is that I don't see you changing jobs, but I see a change in attitude. So I feel like you investigating something that might be, I don't know, blocked, delayed, something that might feel strange, like I don't trust this. I don't trust this person. There's something's not working, like the results are not there, and you feel like you're being stalled somehow. I feel like you need to be a little bit more creative and search for answers, and maybe realize that there's a change that's needed here. You need to face some sort of situation. It might be a bit confrontational also in the beginning, but I feel like once you make that choice, you get the picture and you know what to do. I also feel like you have to be a bit like a detective. Maybe you have to play detective a little bit to find out what's happening. I don't think it's obvious at all. This person isn't acting in an obvious way. They might be saying something and doing something completely different, or just not doing what they say they will do. They're kind of stalling. You're stalling too, because you're waiting for something to happen. And I feel like you shouldn't wait. You should break away from the situation and just experiment something else, or a different avenue of getting to the same results that you have envisioned. I feel like, yeah, someone is not very trustworthy and they make you feel defensive. They might even be telling you something like, you don't really have a choice, like there's no options, this is the only way. Someone like that. is in your energy and is stalling, is blocking the way to something that should move much faster, or that should be completely different. Like the outcome of something should be very different, and this person is blocking the way by pretending that there are no options. And I feel like they're just like that. I'm not sure if they have any sort of specific issue with you. The Lovers. Go with the flow or surrender. And this is detachment. To detach. Right. Stuck in the past with the Five of Cups. And this is the Eight of Cups. Sorry for that. Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay. And the Magician. So I don't think this person knows better, really. So maybe they're having a hard time understanding the natural evolution of things. So maybe this is an issue of, if this is a workplace situation, this person might be stuck in the past in a way. So they're having a hard time letting go and learning new things. Maybe they don't feel like they can, like they have the ability to do it. So one thing that I see here is also that you might be the one who teaches them, and that might be a bit humiliating, or it might change the dynamic too much and they're not ready for that. But I don't think that that's not the reality of the relationship or of the dynamic at all. But this person is stuck in old ways. It's very difficult for them to see where things are going. So one thing that might help with this person might be to actually start showing them or talking to them about the future or how things can be, like having new ideas, sharing your vision with this person might help. But I think that will be just like a little gift that you leave for them. So it's like a goodbye gift. I don't think that you will stick around, because I think that this person then has to kind of digest what you leave for them, and you have to move on. You have to search for a new way. You have to investigate how to change this, but it's not like you are going to change it. And what I mean by this is that in order for you to have a kind of a closure and understanding of what's happening, it's very useful for you to leave a message like, this is what I think, this is what I want, and I think that the future is going in this direction, and the best path forward would be like that. And you explain your idea, but then you say, okay, I will leave you with that, and you do with that whatever you want. I am going in search of my path, my way, because I think that the energy has to be much more spontaneous, much freer. And I don't think that this person has the ability to accept that right away. Morality. And this is the Queen of Swords. Consciousness. the Chariot, and wow, the Empress with creativity. Yeah, I feel like you have to go somewhere where your abilities, your skills, your creativity needs to be embraced. You have to go where it is embraced. I do see movement. So you have the Chariot here. There's movement. You're going from this very rigid, very rigid situation or person or response to whatever you're doing. It's like, I'm going to keep moving. I'm not going to let myself be stuck because of this. So maybe this is also warning you if you're signing something, if you're signing an agreement or a contract, to be sure, to be more certain that that is the right place for you, and that the people with whom you are interfacing are have the same vision. Because somewhere along the line in the future, not too distant future, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem if you're not aligned, if you don't have the same vision. So if you have the ability to free yourself from this, I feel like it's better now than later. It's better that you face the drama now. It's like it's this short illness. It becomes just, okay, it's tough now, but it's going to be a shorter episode in my life if I just face it now. So you have the Queen of Pentacles with blooming or blossoming. Death card with transformation. Wow. And the Three of Cups with celebration. So yeah, this is the advice part here, is that you really fight for a place where you can grow, expand, and be authentic. So I don't feel like I'm talking to someone who is unsure about themselves. So I don't think that this is the issue, actually. Or if it is a little bit, maybe this is also giving you this boost that you can do it, because you certainly can. Like, you're the magician, you know, you have the tools. You have the tools. You just maybe need to kind of not ignore, but overlook, not ignore. Discard, or you need to disregard someone. Someone needs to be not important, okay, in whatever you're doing. They're creating resistance. So if you can solve this and still be in the same job, in the same company, in the same project, that's perfectly fine, as long as you don't have to wait for that person to change. But if you do have to move on, this is kind of giving you that boost of confidence that as long as you're rooted in grounded in your experience and authentic, people will meet you and they will give you the opportunities that you want, because you have the ability. And I feel like you're like you're a good worker. Like you have experience, you have skills, and you are also someone who enjoys working, like doing the good work. You also see the profound implications of what you're doing. I also think that those profound implications, so whatever your job is, if you understand the ramifications and the implications, the consequences that what you do has in the collective and in the other, I think that that's a plus. Somehow the awareness, the profound awareness of the importance of what you do or the impact of what you do. It's something that's really, it brings it levels up your energy, and it also helps you find people who are on the same wavelength as you and who really respect your creativity and your ability to materialize things, to create things, and to make them grow, to make them blossom, to make them useful, to serve others. It's a very healing power that we have with our work, whatever it is. If we can serve others, I feel like there's something incredibly healing in that for the collective and for ourselves. It really, it matches us, you know, that it matches the heart, it matches the path of the soul. So yeah, finding the healing power of your job, because I do feel like this is not only like it's not only a hobby, it's not only something that you do like a side quest or something like that. I feel like this is a central part in your life. And because it's so important, I feel like it's also very important for you to find people who know that is important to you, what is important to you. So your values, your experience, the importance of that you put into what you do. So the value is also the value that you see in it and that you project to others. And even if it's just kind of like a symbol, I feel like the symbols are also powerful. And what I mean by this is something that, so it's not exactly what you do, but it's what it means. It's all that is around it. It's all the ramifications. So if you say I'll give you an example. So if I say I am just a gardener, and I am very focused on this rose bush, and I want it to be beautiful. And then you realize that garden is, for instance, in a hospital, and that it gives an incredible healing energy to the people who are in the hospital. And then there's someone that approaches you and says, like, that rose bush saved my life. So it's something like that. It's something that, it's more like the symbol of it. It's not exactly that person kind of, for example, ingested the rose and suddenly they got better. Like that would be the medicine. It's more like the medicine is symbolic. The medicine is, there's something around it that is important. It's not the thing itself. If you just look at the rose, what can a rose do for our health? Maybe of course there is the use of rose in herbal medicine, but what I mean is that maybe the rose is much more useful if you just see the beauty in it and enjoy the garden. It just elevates your soul and helps you heal from something very serious, possibly. Okay, that was a bit of a rant. So thank you so much for that. And I hope you also enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would also like to invite you to check out the membership tiers. I am preparing very special content for my members. And I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. You can find my email in the description below. I hope to see you again very soon. Pile number 2. This is your moon card, and this is Diana. So I think that when I saw this card, I felt like there was something that your intuition is trying to tell you that is maybe making you a bit uncomfortable. So it's more than a suspicion. It's more like, I don't know if I want to go there. I don't know if I should explore something that your intuition is telling you to. So something makes you feel awkward, or there's an awkwardness there. Like something doesn't fit. Something doesn't quite fit, but it doesn't seem like it's urgent, or it doesn't seem like it's something that's of the utmost importance right now. But it creates this kind of background noise, this annoying, this nagging feeling. And it's not that something is wrong, but that you should explore something. Maybe you're avoiding exploring that for now for some reason. Okay, I feel like this card wants to stick around, so let's see if there's something else for pile number 2. Pile number 2. Okay. So we have Venus. Something that gives you pleasure, something that you find beautiful. 15th moon mansion with the branch. I feel like it might be a relationship, something that's forbidden, or something that's there's some kind of taboo around a relationship. Athena. Okay. So there might be a relationship that has a lot of different aspects to it that you might want to explore, and you're maybe avoiding exploring the relationship itself or those aspects. And I think that this reading comes to you to kind of spark your curiosity, or to ignite your curiosity around the things that you're passionate about. Maybe you want to share something with this person about your passions, about your desires, like your deepest desires and fantasies even. Or this relationship has to expand a bit so that it has more aspects to it, and you can it becomes richer. It becomes useful, it becomes richer, it serves lots of other purposes, not only the things that you enjoy, but also some sort of service to others, or it teaches others, it brings something to the life of others around you. Okay. Waning gibbous moon. Decreasing in fire, fruit stage with the keyword trust. And waning crescent moon. Decreasing in water, seed stage with disillusionment. Trust and disillusionment. I feel like you know that if you explore this, you might be disillusioned by what you discover, But I think that you need to trust that you can recover from whatever happens, and also discover different things that you can add to your experience and to your exploration. You continue exploring. It feeds on that adventurous spirit. Very interesting. So you have to trust the relationship to be, you have to trust that it is powerful. You have to trust that you can recover from whatever happens, because you're serving a higher purpose. It all serves a higher purpose. And if you focus on that higher purpose, these passions, I feel like they won't take over the whole thing, because there's also a danger of overindulging. But you can't just avoid it. You have to explore it, because it's also part of what motivates us to get out of bed every day, to face challenges, to face adversity, to have a positive mindset going through adversity. It's the beauty of life. Our passions are also part of the beauty of life. They don't need to enslave us if we are not too bound to their limited to their own limitations. Because it's like the intensity and the concentration of the energy is what gives it the powerful, magnetic, attractive characteristics. But it's also because it's limited that you need to then do something else, add something else, or balance it with something else, with service, with purpose, with higher purpose. A higher purpose, okay. If it serves a higher purpose. False person. Definitely some kind of disillusionment with someone. Short illness. Right, but it will pass really fast. Main person. Maybe it's already in the past. Sad news. Okay. And work. Occupation, but so it's some kind of disillusionment that serves a purpose. Disillusionment serves a purpose. It's like something was denied or is going to be denied. But it is so that you are reoriented, so that you reorient your energy. Because I also feel like you should be at the center of this experience. You should make yourself the center of this experience so that you don't give away your sovereignty, your authority, your drive, because that's also the danger of being too passionate about something, is that you end up depending on that thing to be alive. So things can motivate us, but it's also, if it's only valid for the higher purpose, let's say, if at the end of the day you have choice. Because if you don't have a choice, it ends up being oppressive, like a habit or a dependency, or like a toxic. So it's like being addicted to drugs. So if you feel like your free will is being reduced by something that you love, maybe you have to be careful with that relationship. So I would say that this is like the darker aspect of something that you really love. The darker aspect of something that you love. That you need to realize, you need to put this in its proper place so that it serves a higher purpose for yourself also. So Moon in Gemini with adaptability. Venus in Aries with lust. So yeah, I do feel like there's desire, there's this magnetic pull towards something that you need to temper with your free will. Mars in Scorpio with revenge. Sun in Leo with fortune. And Saturn in Libra with devotion. So there's this thing here that if you just avoid it at all costs, if you don't want to address it, you lose something very important. So you have to keep working with this energy, but it's going to be this constant negotiation with adaptability here, this constant flow that you need to constantly modulate. I wouldn't say just be vigilant, but more like accepting and trusting of what comes next, so that you're not too fixed in just the pleasurable part of it, and that you also are able to see the other stuff. So it's, you temper your passion with some kind of objectivity, with looking at something objectively. You temper your passion with objectivity, and that becomes, so instead of it dominating you, your mind and your energy centers, it becomes something that brings you a lot of abundance, because you're like, you're using the right amount of something so that it doesn't become toxic, it doesn't become venomous. Okay, interesting. So you have movement with Rhiannon. This is the Chariot. Eight of Staves. So you have to do something. You have to be quick about it. You have to create something or to do something. Apply this energy. You have to go at it. Apply the energy. Do something with it. Queen of Swords. Looks like some kind of intellectual exercise, like writing. Maybe you'll use something that you're passionate about, maybe secretly, or there are secret aspects of this passion that need to be seen so that you can use it as fuel for, like, inspiration for something, like that there's an intellectual exercise, or maybe you have a decision to make, maybe you're strategizing about what to do next and how to move your life forward. There's this forward moving energy, like what can I do about it? What should I do about it? I have to do something, but you're strategizing. You're trying to understand it so that you can have some kind of method, some kind of direction, method, clear, so that you can be clear about something. Or maybe you want to tell someone, you want to communicate with someone. You have to know, you want to know what to say. You want to know what to say. Justice. Athena again. Interesting. The Owl of Athena. These are two very different depictions of Athena. So in one card, she is very warrior-like, almost masculine. The dress looks a bit masculine. And in the other, she's so feminine. It's more like the wisdom part with the owl. The Owl of Athena is a great symbol of wisdom, of knowledge. But here she's justice. To know what to do, to know what to think, to be fair. Maybe you feel like there might be some kind of injustice in this situation, like it's not fair that I'm feeling this, or that I have to deal with this. It's not fair. Disillusionment. It's not fair. But you need to work on it. It's like it's not over yet, and it needs to grow. It needs to evolve, not grow, but evolve, I would say. To be clearer, to be clarified. Okay, let me get the rest of the cards and then, wow. So Judgment with Gwenfar. It's very powerful. Sacrifice with Kuan Yin. This is the Hanged Man. Princess of Swords. Okay. All of these cards came together. So Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Prince of Cups. And King of Swords. Okay, let me just put this here. I feel like this is the way. Because you have the princess and the king here, and the queen. It's a lot of mind, intelligence, strategy, studying also, studying something, deepening your knowledge. Deeply understanding something, going to the bottom of something. So there's some kind of intellectual exercise here that's probably being blocked by some kind of passionate belief or passionate relationship, some kind of emotional intensity that is probably clouding the judgment, clouding the understanding, the strategy, the clear-minded. That the mind isn't clear about something. But you can't just block this energy. You have to use it to achieve clarity. And that might be tough because all this passionate energy might create a lot of instability. And because it's unstable, you need to be adaptable. You can't just make it stop. It's like making wanting the waves at the beach, the waves of the ocean to stop. You can't stop the waves. You can just adapt. You can just surf. That's a way of using that energy, accepting that it is like that, and still have the ability to decide, still have free will, even if you have to accept things that are hard to accept, because with sad news and disillusionment, there are things here that might be hard to accept. And I think that that's also why you have the moon here. It's hard to accept this. This also has something to do with someone or a situation that makes you feel like a child again, and maybe not so much in the good sense, or not all. It's not all good, because it feels like you're stuck in this childish state, or that you have to deal with a childish person. There's some kind of immaturity here. Or you have to deal with an immature part of yourself. But it is the start of a new phase in your life where that part is addressed. I feel like that's important here, because you have to have some kind of incisive action, make a decision or have an incisive action. You have to be determined to do something. There's this warrior quality also, to be decisive about something. With justice, like make a decision. But it's going to come from a place of intellectual complexity, and it's going to be, you have to make an intelligent decision. And it might even influence your work, what you're doing. Okay. So something that you're going to do that has a lot of influence, that's going to have a lot of influence, it's going to have a big impact on, I don't know, something, the world. I don't see a limit here. I see it's like the public's decision, the popular opinion about something. So maybe you're making some kind of public decision. There's something about a project or your work or a decision that you make that's going to be made public. And somehow this passionate energy reveals a limitation, reveals some kind of immature aspect of yourself that is stopping you from having a clear head, from having your free will fully for yourself. Somehow there's something that diminishes your options, that something that feels like it's imprisoning you. And I feel like it's some kind of, it might be an immature person, like if you're dealing with an immature person that keeps you stuck in certain conversations, in certain exchanges that lower your energy levels, and that it's kind of like you have to make the right sacrifices there. So you have to make a decision. You have to judge the situation and you have to make a decision. It has to be as clear-headed as possible, but you I don't think you get to just discard this and ignore it or just distance yourself from it. I see you more like going through it. You have to go through it to fully immerse yourself in those feelings so that you can harness their energy, but also not be overwhelmed by them. I see you like taking control of the situation, but in a good way, in a very positive way, very, very intelligent way. I feel like I'm talking to people who are very intelligent, and when you make a decision, it's you thought about it a lot. It's something that you consider all the aspects. You're very detailed. You can even be a bit too harsh on yourself. Maybe that's also a sign of this immaturity. Maybe you're too harsh on yourself because there's an aspect of yourself that you don't want to face, so you decide to just kind of overcompensate and be too harsh and judge yourself with standards that you don't even use for other people. You don't even consider that you're as let's say as human or as flawed, that's not positive, because it's more, if you go to the root of it, to the depth of it, and that's the point of this reading, there's some kind of immaturity there. So either you're having to deal with an immature person that triggers you like that, or it's a part of yourself that you're maybe not in. You're not yet in the position to deal with, or you're trying to get into that position, but it's like that fight. But I feel like you're going to move forward. So this stuck feeling is going to end with this smart decision, with this intelligent decision that you make. And because it's justice, it's also about fairness, treating yourself fairly, and looking at the situation with fairness, only if you consider this immature part. And I don't think that you have to change it. It's more like accept it and make it a part of your life, a positive one. To turn this into positive energy, not to just ignore it. Ignoring it is not working. It comes with you. It's a part of you, and it comes with you. And integration. It's integration. And not being disappointed with that aspect. This might be a person. So as I was talking in the beginning, as I was saying, there is this immaturity here that might be a part of a relationship, that the other person might be the immature energy here. But I don't think you're going to have to end at all this relationship. It's more like include that in the process of growth, but in a way that doesn't require you to sacrifice yourself too much, to give too much. I feel like you need to give. There's something here about giving, but giving what you think is intelligent, and not just being in this autopilot of giving just because that's how you operate. Thinking about it, being deliberate about what you give, being smart, being intelligent, good timing, having good timing. And communicating clearly, being methodical, organized might also help. Okay, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would also like to invite you to check out the membership tiers. And I'm also available for personal readings at the moment, so you can check my email in the description below. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3, your card is this moon card, and I was instantly drawn to the windrose here. I feel like there's something about you following your internal guidance system. So something might be pointing you in a certain direction, and there's something about that you need to understand, that you need to cultivate, that you need to nurture a certain direction in life. So let's see what else comes up for you. That was very quick and assertive. It's very nice. And okay, so start with the oracle. Oh, Venus again. So the second pile also had Venus in this position. You might want to check it out. And let me just check this. Yeah, I had to do that. Sorry. So this is Freya. And we have the 23rd moon mansion with confession. Okay. So this is the first quarter moon, increasing in water, leaf stage with choice. And this is the waning gibbous moon, increasing in water, fruit stage with compromise. Or agreement. Can be an agreement. Or commitment. Committing to, choosing to commit to something, right? Okay. Okay, so now that I see this, I feel like you're going to have access to some kind of secret knowledge because of the confession here. It's an interesting story. I think it will come up soon. So, unexpected money. Sorry. Okay. Meetings. Wow. Focus is really hard. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Meetings. Yeah. So this is the confession. So you'll meet someone who will point you in a certain direction. Receiving a gift. False person. Right. So this is the difference between Venus and Freya. I feel like there's something dark about this person here with Freya. And they will be pointing you into a direction that it's like they want you to commit to something, but I don't feel like it's the best thing for you. It will seem like they're giving you something, but in reality, they're pointing you in the wrong direction. And I feel like your inner compass will warn you, and this reading comes to you so that you don't ignore that warning. If you feel something's off, something is strange, because it's like this moon is looking at this person in this island, and it can mean so many things, but I'm seeing like someone stranded, like I committed to this island. Like now I am stuck here because I'm surrounded by water and I don't have as many options as I thought I would. And I think that this reading comes to you so that you don't accept the first offer that you get and that you keep looking, because you might have to deal with some fakeness before you get to the authentic stuff. Yeah, Venus in Gemini with flattery. So yeah, flattery might be one of the strategies of this person or this energy that comes to you. They're flattering, they give you a lot of praise, they say all the good things, they tell you all the things that you want to hear, or that you're dreaming of, that you're expecting, that you're desiring, even like beautiful things. They speak beautifully, or they have a very beautiful appearance, but there's more than meets the eye. And I feel like you need to wait a little longer so that you find this other person that tells you the truth. Saturn in Cancer with charity. Mars in Leo with egotism. And the moon in Aquarius with independence. So you might choose not to commit. That's also a choice here. It's like you can commit or not. You don't force yourself into anything. Don't force yourself to make a choice. Even maybe you don't need to choose. Maybe you shouldn't be pressured to choose or to commit to anything. Okay. The Companion, King of Spirals or King of Wands. The Sojourner, King of Mirrors. And the Watcher, Queen of Mirrors. I see like different people, so I feel like you might want to speak to different people, check out different options, commit only if you think it's the right thing for you, and don't force yourself into anything. Don't try to fit, into that shoe. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And don't be afraid to just go at it alone if that's the thing that you think is right. Follow that compass, that inner compass, and do what's right for you. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be fair and right. Gaia, the Empress. I feel like you have a lot of resources and maybe people are kind of wanting those. Maybe there might be predators around, so be watchful. Ace of Stones. I definitely feel like you might be a target because of what you have. It doesn't need to be wealth, but maybe it is like material wealth. Something that you have that other people might covet, that other people might want, might think it's interesting, or they might feel like it's useful for them. Maybe they might be coming from a good place, but it might not be the perfect thing for you, at least for now. So, sorry for the focus. Two of Scrolls, Two of Swords, Kali, the Tower, and the Three of Spirals. So yeah, I think that you wait for this moment of revelation because someone is going to tell you the truth about something. They're going to reveal the truth of a situation, or to give you important information to move forward, because maybe there's something that you've already done that you're overlooking that's useful for the situation, or that other people are seeing, and you're kind of like, oh, I just don't mind it, I don't care about it at all. But it's actually, it changes people's perception of you, and they want something from you because of that. So it's like their behavior is warped by how they see you, specifically because of something that you're not aware of, that you're ignoring, that you forgot about. I don't know. And so maybe you just need to sit down a little bit and to reflect on what you're doing and what you have, and also compare it to where you want to go. Maybe make this little like checklist, or this like map, mind map, because I think that there's something that you're overlooking. And then maybe this is just a preparation for this conversation. This might also be someone inadvertently revealing their intentions towards you. So it's a bit like a gift from universe, from spirit, to protect you from that. And it's not that you're disappointed, it's just that it's not constructive. It's not a part of your path. So suddenly you see like you're deviating because of this person. The windrose here for me is really about, okay, the direction that this is taking. Is this person the right person to work with or to be with? And that you're attracting more energy than you think. You're attracting more attention than you think. You need to be careful with the type of attention. Because some people might want you to commit to something that will leave you stranded, that will leave you unable to do your own thing. Ravens with the Magician. Beautiful. And when I see this, I'm instantly reminded of Odin, also with the eye in the tree. So I see that maybe the knowledge that you get might come with a sacrifice, like Odin. So that might be also why false person is here. And the gift, it's like it's a gift, but the gift comes with a sacrifice. But it's worth it because it's your wholeness that comes from that. It's your freedom. The storyteller with the hermit, yeah, I'm just really focused on just do it yourself. Do it by yourself, do it yourself. Be independent, be autonomous, be free. Don't commit too much. Choose wisely. Choose yourself. Commit to yourself first. The poet with the King of Scrolls. There's also something about getting papers right, getting the papers right. Getting the papers right. Do it by yourself and get your papers right. This is really strange because I saw a story just unfolding, and it was a different story. It was like there's an alternate story, storyteller. Someone will tell you a story. And that story will resonate with your situation. And it will help you get your priorities straight and your organize your thoughts. In that story, I feel like that story is also about someone else. Because I feel like you're orienting your direction, your story in a way that misses something, like you're missing a piece. And I think it's going to be thrown at you. You're going to be receiving it as a gift, but the gift comes with a sacrifice. Like I think you might need to expose someone. You might need to expose someone or to expose a situation. I feel like a new process is going to start because of this story that this person tells you. Maybe you've been experiencing some kind of unfairness or misunderstanding, like a troublesome relationship or a process that is disintegrating a structure for you. And I feel like this person is going to analyze that process with you in a way that empowers you. It gives you the tools, the wisdom, the documents maybe to defend yourself, to rebuild also. To rebuild and to build with a stronger foundation. To build again with a stronger foundation. I'm also really getting that you're dealing with some kind of trickster energy too. Like there's this disintegration of common sense or of structure. And it's about, it's a bit playful, but at the same time it meddles, it's a bit like meddling, interfering. Things are not as perfect as they could be. And you need to go through, you need to talk to different people to get to the bottom of a situation. Someone is maybe deliberately confusing something, destroying a structure, maybe even lying. But with the tower here, it won't stand. The lies are just not sustainable. And I feel like in a conversation with someone, you will see exactly what is happening. A detail will come up, will surface about this situation. But to get to this conversation, I feel like you need to talk to different people, even meet them, like meet the people you meet might also be more important than you think. So maybe you just think that that person is just like the neighbor or it's just the passerby, but actually they have something. Your interaction with them might be more meaningful than you realize because it will lead you to the storyteller. That then has access to the King of Scrolls. And I feel like the Ace of Stones here and the Moon, their relationship, their connection is the direction. This is the direction, the start of something new, the creation with Gaia, the Empress, your creation, something you're creating, something you're directing also, something you're directing. You're directing the flow of the energy, the direction you choose, and also when it starts, when you start walking in that direction. Because that's the energy of commitment, of choosing. Like I choose, I commit to this choice, I commit to this is the direction. If you're constantly changing the direction, you'll be running around in circles. Committing to a direction. And I see that it has to be a direction where you're able to separate yourself from some kind of lie that I don't think is yours. Like it's not something that you're ignoring, that you're unaware of, that you haven't learned yet, or that you don't want to see. It's a lie that kind of infiltrated your direction somehow, or infiltrated your choice, or what you think you are doing. And maybe if you talk to different people, and if you are more precise, the more you get feedback on what you're doing, the more precise it gets, the better the words that you use, like the wording and how you describe, how you communicate what you're doing gets more refined. And then the lie just pops up in a conversation. And that it becomes obvious. So it becomes clear to you the direction that you need to take, and something you're going to start something because of that on your own. I don't think it depends on that. It's like you release yourself from some kind of lie, and it has to do with you following your compass, following your inner guidance. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to check out the membership tiers. I am also available for personal readings at the moment. You can find my email in the description below. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.